Hello and welcome to Matt and Andy's Cuppa Goodness.
Yay!
See, I got it that time.
You did get it this time. I was very confused as to what you were doing all of a sudden, but we got there.
Because, I have to have a few run-ups at being professional. As anyone who's ordered from the Armchair Armoury and got me on the phone might have found out.
That's true.
It's been a hard week, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Let's cut to the chase. It's been a bit...
This week has been... last week was great.
Yeah,
and
last week was good.
Funnily enough, that was probably the reason that inspired us to do this. And then this week was...
It's been very naff.
Yeah.
I've not enjoyed this week much.
No, it's been totally rubbish.
When the week started, that was definitely the worst part.
When this week started, yes. We did have some nice things at the end of...
Oh, yeah, but...
We've had some nice things since the last video.
Yes.
But the week itself was...
Pretty garbage.
Yeah. Right, in that case, we better start as we mean to go on in this depressing episode of the series, because...
What's depressing about it?
Well, we've just been sad for like 30 seconds, and this is Cuppa Goodness.
That's probably
anyway,
what my phone's got battery for.
We have to make an official apology.
Oh, yeah.
It seems that sometime last week, most likely Thursday afternoon, Andy Babandy said,
they're wrong,
and I quote, that PD don't watch our videos. I was about to say podcast. We're not that good.
We don't know how to make a podcast.
Consequently, there were 2 replies that prove you're wrong.
I was told in no uncertain terms that is not in fact the case by both. Well, actually, I don't know who it was. You told me who it was. So.
By Andy Raff and some unnameless PD account that could be anyone.
It could be anyone. I like to imagine that it's just Andy.
It's probably the Druge, actually.
It's what I would do, is I'd make 100 accounts, all in our name, and then I would just spam everybody's channels with the same piece of advice.
What would that piece of... No, anyway, right, we're getting off track. So, Andy, what are you going to say? Directly to camera.
Thank you for watching our videos. I'm very grateful. And to show our gratitude, we thought we would prepare you a what are they called? An introduction.
Oh, yes. We did. We might have to film this again, but if you're watching it, you got to see it as well.
Yeah.
So remember, it's Claire that we need to intro for.
Okay.
So we need to do that song, but not with our names.
Right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think we should clink first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Claire and Andy in the morning.
And now it's perfectly in sync. Although, I'll be honest with you, I do quite like it out of sync. Like, you know that it's gonna...
Do you want to do an out of sync one, or should we get on with the... Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
This is gonna really throw me off.
Okay.
Alright.
You go first.
Oh! Alright. Claire
it's Andy and Claire in the morning.
Yes.
There you go. Pick which one you like, and we'll send them across somehow.
Send over some sort of sound bite thing. Although you can get those programs that just rip.
Hang on a minute. Don't be telling the whole internet that they can just press a button and then take all of our stuff.
I think that was my phone timing out.
Oh. Well, we're on the laptop, so we're not only has this week been rubbish, my phone has decided to blow up.
True.
So we're filming on the laptop.
You did slam it in a door about a week after you got it, so it's not really surprising, is it?
True, it has survived about 2 years with a curve in it. It's not one of those newfangled 3D curved tellies, it's just a broken phone.
I can't believe you did that. it's still, I have flashbacks to it even now, and I just think, oh,
Right.
like that.
I'm going to move us swiftly on
Okay. So
because I'm going to be the taskmaster. I'm going to keep us on track.
my coffee's going cold.
Well, then you better drink it quicker. It's fine because
I
I'm.
yours.
Yeah.
Yours is hotter than mine.
Okay. Let's swap cups.
No, I do want some of that though.
So our week might have been naff. However,
Yes.
a lot of people we know had good stuff happen. So we can talk about that instead. My younger sisters have both gone to uni.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking, who do we know? We don't know
No
anyone
one, no.
positive enough for that. No, you're true.
Yeah,
You're true.
my
I'm
true.
false. You're.
Are we one of those doors
Story is
that you
true.
have to, like, you always lie and I always tell the truth, and then you have to work out which is the.
No.
Were there 3 doors? Do you
No.
have to? I can't. I can never.
You're gonna keep us on track.
Yes. My 2 younger sisters have
Right.
gone off to uni,
Yes, they have.
which is pretty cool.
How good is that?
Claire has gone to the Starfleet Medical Academy,
Mhm.
and Helena's gone off to the Romulan fitness camps, and they're both doing something good. They're
I
not
don't-
doing an art degree. That's the important thing. They're not doing what I did.
You see, the thing is, I don't know how or what anybody who isn't doing an art degree
Does
does. I
Well-
don't think I know anything. Even Alex tells me what he does, right, and explains it to me, and he explains it to me as if he's explaining it to a child, and I still don't understand it. It's insanity.
Is that because the majority of jobs aren't sat in a wooden shed surrounded by cool stuff,
Yes.
just faffing about with
Yeah.
crap?
And if I can earn money doing that, please let me know.
What, doing the real job or doing our job?
No, doing our
Oh.
So, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
I'm really glad they've moved into their new.
They're all in
Houses.
halls. It's the first time they've ever moved out of home, out of home, out of mum and dad's.
Yeah.
Mum and dad are loving it, and I can say that because they watch this and Claire and Helena don't, so they've got no idea that I'm.
Oh, we're going to have to issue another apology.
Yes.
Hilariously to another person called Claire.
Yeah. It's also spelt the same way, which is odd. Usually it's spelled a different way, but they're the only 2 people I know with their name spelled in that direction.
How many different ways are there to spell Claire?
2?
Right. So it's 50-50 odds, isn't it?
I guess, but one's more common than the other. Have you got anyone that you know that had a good day? We saw your parents.
Oh,
That was really
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we did see Mum and Dad.
We got lost around Box Hill.
Yeah, we followed the trail.
We followed the trail.
It just happened to be a lot
and it got
longer.
really, really dark.
It just happened to be a lot longer than we were expecting, and we sort of went out quite late as well.
Well,
It was at least
we were out for about 4
2
hours.
o'clock by the time we left,
Yeah.
and then we were sort of trundling around the countryside, and it was lovely. But then it did start getting very, very dark, and we found some anti-tank defences.
Did you?
Yes. Remember those big concrete mushrooms?
Yes.
Well, there was a pillbox a bit further down.
So me and your mum walked off
Yeah, I know.
because she walks really slow,
Yeah,
and we were going to try and get back to the car before it got
yeah.
pitch black.
Yeah, they didn't
And
really
you and your
have
dad
it.
were just faffing around.
We were just faffing around a lot. My dad, I've never seen anyone do this, but my dad walked through like a sea of nettles that would have engulfed me.
Yeah.
I mean, for him, it was like, belly
Ankle
height.
height.
My dad is very tall. And, but yeah, he waded through like a sea of nettles, and it was quite impressive.
Yeah.
And I took one look at it and I thought, oh, I could go that way. And then I thought, or I could just walk around the other side. And I wound up waiting for him, which was kind of funnier.
You like that video that I saw yesterday of like lots of people like jumping over a fence in like all different fancy ways. It's like someone does like a vault over it and someone flips over it, and then the last person, the camera just pans to the side and they just walk around.
I mean, it's definitely the easiest option, isn't it? You know, there's a reason that water flows downhill.
It's kind of what doors are for.
You don't get many doors in the countryside, mate.
Well, gates then.
There wasn't a gate either. But we were trying to find the stepping stone path, weren't we? That was what we originally set out to do, and we walked in completely the wrong direction. So we took a different trail instead around Box Hill. But it was really nice, and we went down, and then we went all the way around, and there were some houses and a mill and a pub and stuff, and then we went around, and then we saw some people who didn't look like they'd seen anything like my dad before in their life.
Yeah, I believe at one point we sort of mentioned the fact that this isn't a very nice fishing spot, and then bumped into some fisherers. Yeah.
And and they were quite nice. They were very helpful. They gave us some pointers. They tried to direct us to the stepping stones that they'd never been to. Didn't really know if they existed.
They were convinced they didn't.
And
it was all folklore.
And then we went back, and it was good gravy.
There were about 1 million steps.
And
they were all going upwards. Who does that? Who puts steps going up? Rubbish.
Crazy days. But it did seem to be endless. And it was really steep as well, wasn't it?
It's one of these staircases where, because it's like an S-bend, every time you do like one curve, you then get to the next one and it looks exactly the same. And it doesn't feel like you've made any progress.
It was quite nice though. But by that time it was getting dark and I was getting really worried that my mum would like trip over and roll all the way to the bottom, and then we'd have to start all over again. And like she might be injured.
I mean that.
Not that that's funny, but
no.
You know, I don't think we've done.
We haven't. However, we've got two things that we can do that we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
You've got some art to show off.
Oh, I should have prepared this better.
Do you want to?
I got up early this morning.
You
That's
did.
why I forgot.
Go off and get it.
It's over there.
And we'll go off and get it, and I'll do a dance or something to entertain the masses.
All right.
Oh, that was quick.
I nearly exposed myself.
Oh dear. Right. Andy, what's this segment called?
Did I show this bit off last week?
Show it off now.
So, basically, I said this last time, didn't I? I said I was going to do an Inktober thing challenge, and I'm not really very good at doing them.
So you've picked.
I've really hurt my hand.
You've picked an easy one that's got half the amount of prompts.
I've picked one that's got fewer prompts, and I wanted to make it as like an in-character endeavour. So on my new character, who isn't blind, is going to basically have the opportunity to do drawings and stuff. So I'm quite excited about this. I specifically made raw so that I didn't have to draw a character.
And now you really want to.
And now, like, after 4-5 years of playing, I just want to do some stuff. So I've already released these pictures on my Instagram.
Can I show up?
Yes.
Look at this, and we've got a cover page.
And that's the cover page. Yeah.
Oh, and you can see my fingers that look awful. Yeah. I was dyeing leather yesterday. That's why I look like you've caught me red-handed.
There's nothing red about them.
No.
But yeah, there we go. The project's going to be the adventures of the Riches of Regario. That's the free company that mine and James's new characters are going to be from. And we had like a chat on Instagram. No, we didn't.
On Facebook? On
Discord.
On Zoom?
About this, right? Because I was originally just going to put the Adventures of the Wretches of Regario. And Dennis pointed out that Catellus isn't actually part of the free company. Because he's a Cisobeo, not a Bravo.
Why can't a Cisobeo be part of a free company, Andy?
I don't know.
Oh. I thought that was going to be a cool thing.
Well, the thing is, like,
so they can be, but they don't have to be.
A free company is a band of mercenaries.
Right.
Specifically.
And those mercenaries won't need the services of a...
No, I don't think like you'd have a live-in Cisobeo in your free company that doesn't fight. From what the research that I've been doing about Landsknecht, I've butchered that pronunciation.
Right.
Right. That one.
But the as much as the League is based on that look, it's not based on that.
Well, it kind of is, actually.
Okay.
There's quite a lot of similarities between the Landsknecht and... Anyway, the Bravo's, free company appears to be... I'm probably chatting utter nonsense, and call me out. Feel free. But Kat was like, I'm not part of your free company, don't be ridiculous. Not quite like that. But then, still wanted to be included. So
you signed his name.
You signed his name, and a correction because Gaspar apparently is literate. So and I really like that kind of like I like that Kat is a bit more like
free spirited.
Not free spirited, but like aloof. And it's a bit like
I don't want to be part of your organisation.
Don't get any funny ideas that we're like the same, because we're not
friends. No.
Just because I grace you with my presence doesn't make us the same. And that's kind of what I imagine Cat to be like. So that's why I like that bit, and that's like my favourite bit. And that's our house. So yes, it's very beautiful, and I love it.
Are you going to tell them where it is, or
no? Well, it's probably in Regario, isn't it? Who'd have thought?
Well, I thought maybe your house was called like Little Regario and you lived in Maestra, just to confuse people.
That would be a genius.
In the marches,
it's not.
Right? A lot of people in the marches are Jack of the Mornwald or Jack of Mitwold. Mm. There's a lot of Jacks.
Yeah.
On the wiki, it actually says that a lot of people won't use the territory they're from as their surname.
They use other territories.
They use other territories. So if you were from Mornwald, you might be called Jack of Bregersland. Just so you know.
I love the marches. They are
I'm pretty sure it's just a mess with every other nation.
I love it.
But,
I love them.
Yeah.
I do. I'm not sure if I would want to be a marcher or not. Like, they're very wholesome, but I quite like being, like, adjacent to it and like being able to come to it and enjoy it.
As much as we've got lots of friends in the marches that we would have liked to have become orcs.
Yeah.
They work really well because they're marchers.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want all like the best people in one nation anyway. You want them spread out so you can interact with the best bits of each nation.
True, but all the best people are in the orcs, aren't they?
All the about 80% of the best people are in the orcs. Yeah.
That's a very diplomatic answer. If you could be from any other, right? Pick a different nation.
If I was a starting character and I was making a new character,
yes.
Who would I be and what? Okay, I have thought about this. I would be a archer baker, and I would make little like flatbreads and stuff in the morning. I'd get up early and I'd sort out a little in character, probably have like a gas stove or whatever, but I'd sort out like a little area that I could make breakfast, and I would sell them out, and I would sell them at like 7 rings a go because it's early morning, and although actually most people will be out fighting. Anyway, I had this genius idea to like sell breakfast, make loads of money.
You have to get up really
and then
early.
buy like a ball seat or something.
That's pretty cute. I like that.
Because we all know that the Empire's economy runs on cake and carbohydrates.
Yeah, it's true. I like that.
Or so that would be like me as a lone. If no one else was around, I'd be like a peddling baker, right? Or I'd go and join with a group. I would make a highborn character, and I would go really, really hard into dedicate and hallow and all the religious skills.
Yeah.
Because I've sort of done most things as foul.
Yeah.
But as an orc, I've had no access to any of the priest skills because I'm an orc. And I really want to be... Like, I can do an insight with a potion, but that's it. I can be very out there with, like, my ideas, but I can't back it up with anything.
Yeah.
And I really like the idea of joining a group so that you've got, like, an inquisition going on. And I can actually go and I can hallow items, and I don't know what the goal would be. Probably just to be as sort of patriotic and human destiny centric as possible.
Zealous.
I don't want to say zealous, but yeah, probably.
I mean that. Yep. Okay. Cool.
What would you be, Andy?
Well, I'd probably go and be a leaguish bravo. No, I actually, until like James and Dennis suggested that I come and play with them, I probably never would have touched the league brief with a barge pole.
Yeah.
But I had been considering highborn as well. And I, similarly to you, I would quite like to go hard into the priest skills because it's been so long as an orc. But I kind of like the orc thing of, we can be... We can try.
Yeah, I think I'm so invested in the orcs, I would find it hard to get away from that culture. But like we've kind of realised, a lot of... It's all well and good saying, what's your character going to be? But actually a lot of it is dependent on who you're playing with and if there's a group around you.
Yes.
Because, like you say, you probably wouldn't have gone to the league had James and Dennis not been like, we've got this really cool idea, do you fancy being part of it? Yeah. And I think possibly more important than your individual character is the idea of what you could do as a group of friends. Because we all know at Empire, friends are your greatest, I was going to say weapon, but like your greatest XP spend is on getting mates, because that's what gets you
real life XP.
Yeah, you put all your stats into charisma and then get some mates and then bring them to Empire, and then that gives you more benefits.
But that's not to say that like you can't get into Empire if you don't.
No, not at all.
If you don't have any mates or you don't want to make friends with the people around you, that's also fine. You don't have to.
It is, but
look at Mike.
Well, we know a lot of solo players actually.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, a lot.
Yeah, very cool.
It's probably time to wrap up.
Yeah, I don't know how long this video is.
I'm not sure, because we were going for a while and realised...
28 minutes, apparently.
Well, I think about half of that is the other one wasn't filming, so we...
Oh, yeah.
So, the last thing that we can do that we said we were going to do is I'm going to end on some good news. However, I couldn't find any good news, surprisingly, because this week seems to have been rubbish for most people.
It has been.
What I did find
rubbish.
was some interesting news that made me laugh.
Yes.
So, our mate Carol Baskin so I only read one source, so I could be wildly off. But look it up, and I'm sure you'll find something similar. So our mate Carol Baskin appeared on some sort of equivalent of Strictly Come Dancing. So it's like Dancing with the Stars or Celebrity Dance Off or something in America. I guess in Florida, probably in Florida, because she's like a celebrity now, more than she was before. However.
Okay.
During the one of the million ad breaks they probably have, in her debut show, came up an advert from like law enforcement or the Supreme Court or whatever, asking for information on her missing husband, which I thought was very funny.
That is pretty funny.
Because, of course, his case was closed and then it got reopened after the documentary came out, and now it's...
Obviously very tragic.
But yeah, awful if you know, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to mention the, what was it? I was going to say pressure washer. It's not a pressure washer. The septic tank.
Okay. You just did.
Oh, yeah.
I know a good thing that's happened this week.
Yeah?
Yeah. Armchair Armory have started to restock 10mm steel.
We have. You spent about 3 days making the machine go from 8mm to 10mm rings. But it works. That's the important thing.
It's now working. It was hard, but we're there.
Yeah.
Kind of. We've only got half a spool of steel left, so we're probably going to have to get some more of that. Everything needs restock. It
does, but we've done really well, and we're hopefully, if LARPCon is on.
But yeah, it's been a long time, and I feel really guilty that we've just not been able to sort it out. But yeah, we're there now. We're getting it back in. We're getting on top of things.
Yay!
There you go. One good thing that's happened to us.
Yeah.
And a not so good thing that happened to Carol Baskin.
True. And on that, shall we?
Yeah, I've drunk all of my coffee.
Oh, so have I.
Oh no, I haven't.
We end on. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Again, like before, if you've got any good stuff that's happened to you, or if you've got any good news articles that happened in the world, share them below so we can all get a high on goodness and life and joy and happiness and hopefulness.
I was just about to say the sky's blue now, but
I
then looked and there was like a bit of a cloud directly over the window.
So we're having to walk into the workshop, and it was pouring down with rain when we got up, and it's actually better now. So it's going to be a good day. I will say apologies for the Discord going off because I don't know how to turn it down. So that's been probably going burp, burp, burp a lot in your ear, like that. And the quality might be not as great as usual because my phone blew up. So normal service might resume next week.
Sure.
Do you want to do your... You've got a new outro now, don't you?
Oh, that one that I stole from that goth.
Yeah. Oh well, it's your... no idea is original.
We're gonna something make it a good day. Have a good day and be good.
Sorry.
I've forgotten what it was.
We're going to have a good day because we made it a good day.
Yeah. That.